Shalom, Kol Halayim La Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rachak Wadash. Double honors unto our apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Much peace and blessings to all you sincere Akim out there that's pushing this 100% truth with all sincerity, faith, and with charity. This is your brother Ash from the Great Millstone Miami Camp, coming back with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to the elect. This is going to be a quick lesson. Okay, speaking on this interview that you see right here, put up by Tucker Carlson, titled Tucker Confronts Mike Huckabee on America's Toxic Relationship with Israel. Okay, this was put up a day ago, and finally, the real questions are being asked. Finally, the real questions are being asked. Okay. As we see, the world is catching on to these tiny tops, these 1948ers, the Ish people. The world is becoming fed up with these people. Okay, with everything that's going on right now, with the wars and rumors of war, with all the information that's coming out with these Epstein files, okay, it's really starting to boil over. Okay, and this conversation about these people is not going to go away. It's something that has been increasing for years, and you have these different interviews, you have these people that have these conversations, but they never ask the right questions. They never ask the real questions. Okay, these people, they want to label anybody who questions them anti-sim. Okay, they want to be able to do whatever they want without any type of accountability, without any critiques. And a lot of times we know how these people set up people to come against them, all right, counterintelligence. And a lot of times in these interviews and conversations, these people get softball questions. But this guy, Tucker Carlson, which I'm not going to play any of this interview because it's a lot and you just got to watch it. But he's not giving this guy, Mike Huckabee, any softball questions. And this guy, Mike Huckabee, if you don't know him and you watch this video, you would think that he is some sort of Israeli, some part of the Israeli government. But he's an American politician, okay? And he happens to be a Christian Zionist, which are so-called Christians who believe that those people over there have a right to be there because they are the biblical descendants of the man Israel, okay? And again, you have these different conversations, but one thing that is never asked is, how do we know that these are the actual descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob? Where's the proof? Okay, because they say they're justified in doing what they do simply because they are the people. And you have these different right-wing people, even some left-wing people, the Z's, okay, the nod to the Z's, and white supremacist groups and individuals. They of course they don't like these people because they know that their government is being controlled by these people. They know about all the wickedness that these people are doing, yet they never bring up the conversation of, well, wait, how do we know that these are even the people? They like to say, well, Jesus died for everybody, okay? God is not dealing with just Israel anymore. He's dealing with the whole world. So you people can't do that. And you have all this wickedness going on that these people are doing, and they think that these people really are the people. And they think that the problem is they're just evil. They'll say things like, oh, well, see, this is why God took them from the land. Oh, they've been doing this evil all the way back. Read the Bible, you'll see what they did. When in all actuality, they are not the people at all. That's the elephant in the room. That's the world's best kept secret. Okay? Everybody is finding out that these people are the devil. These people are the ones really pulling the strings, creating all the evil in the world. But they don't talk about that. Hold on, maybe they may not be the people. But you have this guy Tucker Carlson. He's opening up the conversation. He's actually asking the question of, how do we know that these are the people? Prove to me that these are the people with the scriptures. Okay? This guy wanted to talk about genealogies and, oh, there's been no break or gap in the genealogy. That's how we know they're the people, which that's simply BS. And those of us that are in this truth, we know that the scriptures clearly tell you in Jeremiah 17:4, all right, the Lord told the nation of Israel that he would discontinue them from their heritage. Okay, we know the truth. So there's no need to go through all the points and breakdowns how we know these are not the people. That's another video you can watch. We will understand that. Okay? But it's just the fact that finally these questions are being asked. So we're going to see more of this. Now that this conversation that has been opened up, now we can get to the juicy part. Now we can get to the meat of this scenario right here. And you better believe that as this topic, as these questions continue to pile up, these devils are going to have to make a move. They're going to have to do something very soon, which we know the plans for Iran. Okay, this whole Epstein shit is a distraction. There's plenty of distractions going on, right? They want to talk about aliens now. They want to talk about everything else. But it's of course they're instilling fear into the population, but it's also a distraction. So these devils, you better believe they got something huge planned so that this conversation can be diverted, so that these questions can't be asked. Okay, don't look here, look over there. And also I want to say this too. We see now that it was truly through the Spirit that this guy Tucker Carlson visited the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And I wholeheartedly believe that had that interaction never occurred, this interview right here would never be happening. Okay? You better believe that Tucker Carlson left the apostles and elders with a change of heart. Okay? They definitely planted a seed into his mind. Okay? And now he's questioning the narrative. Okay, I haven't finished this interview, but I'm pretty sure in the back of his mind he's thinking about the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. He's thinking about the so-called black Hebrew Israelites. Maybe they were right, because it's clear that we see this guy Tucker Carlson. He said it. He said, I don't believe that they're the people. So who are the people? Okay, which they even put on the thumbnail of this video. See, who are God's chosen people? You see? So the jig is up, man. The jig is up, and that shows you that we're at the end of this man's empire. We're at the end of this man's system. He has nowhere else to run. Okay, he's being chased into a corner, and he's going to lash out. As the scriptures say, the devil shall come down with great wrath, knowing that he has but a short time. And we clearly see this man has a short time. Okay, so I'm just going to read this. This is Revelation chapter 3 and verse 9. I'll start at 8. I know thy works. Behold, I have set before thee an open door, and no man can shut it. For thou hast a little strength, and hast kept my word, and hast not denied my name. Okay, so this thing of ours can't be stopped. Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai is with his prophets. He's with his people. This truth is coming out, and nobody can stop it. And the Lord is even using these Edomites against each other. Tucker Carlson is an Edomite. These American Edomites are at war with the Tiny Tops. Verse 9, behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee. You see that? So this is getting ready to happen, and we know this was originally applied to those of our people, the wicked of our people. As Yahweh told them, you have your father the devil, right? To the wicked scribes and Pharisees. But today this 100% can be applied to these Tiny Tops. Okay, the biggest liars on the planet, the biggest identity thieves, the biggest fraudsters, the ones that's controlling all these PDF rings, as we can clearly see. The ones that are creating all these wars. Okay, we now know that Epstein was the hand, basically the hand of the Rothschilds. He was the do boy of the Rothschilds. That's a known fact. It's proven today. And we also know that the Rothschilds were behind the creation of the state of Israel. That's a fact. So people are starting to put the pieces together. They're starting to connect the dots. Okay, and the next verse says, because thou hast kept my word, Salaki kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Okay, so we clearly see the hour of temptation is coming. Okay, these devils, they have to move. They got to do something, because people are starting to ask questions. Inquiring minds wants to know the truth, and it's coming out, and there's nothing they can do about it. Okay, so that's pretty much it. You know, watch the video. It's pretty interesting. Okay, with that, I'm going to say, call Allah Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shan. To the next one, Shalom.